Good morning here, Brett here on his continuing my online journey. Got a new haircut. Hopefully you appreciate that. Seen a post from my mentor. I guess she did it over the weekend, maybe early this morning. But she was talking about the falsity of pensions and how what brought it up was let me it was over the weekend. One of her family members was talking about pensions and because my mentor's been successful on her own online journey and helped a lot of other of us to also go down that same path. Her family member, not understanding all that, was concerned because she didn't have a quote unquote, trying to get the quotes in there, regular job. And so wasn't she concerned about not having a pension in retirement? And she's, I guess, 30s, 40s, so she got 30 years to go, give or take. And obviously my mentor said no, because she's creating this online journey, creating this online application, and able to take control. And that's the reality of it. For those of us in the States, obviously social security is an illusion. It's not social and it's not secure. It was created back in a time, I think in the 30s or whatever, when the country was still primarily agricultural. Families were on average 6 to a dozen kids, and as that transition in the next decade or so started transitioning to more city jobs, it had a large workforce because they needed a lot of laborers, and so there was a lot of people paying into it. And at that time there wasn't that many people retiring yet because it just started. And the fact that the age was only 50, I think the average length of age was 50, and they set the retirement age like 55. So nobody was collecting. So that it was doing well. Well, fast forward a few more decades, suddenly we're now down to 1 or 2 kids, 2.5 kids, quote unquote, family, and all these baby boomers and all those people are retiring, and so it's upside down. So the delusion of Social Security continuing at some point in time is a falsity. I don't see me ever getting a Social Security check, and I know my daughter will never will. So, so in pensions, reality, different jobs over the years, and that has changed. I forget the exact how that works, but Robert Kiyosaki had done a real good job explaining that from the way it was done. So you could have a long-term job. You could, parents and whatnot could work 40 years at a company and then be taken care of. That program changed subtly to the point where we're in charge of it and don't always make good choices, and in the stock markets and 401ks are tied to stock markets, and there's been many times over this last decade or so I've seen it crash, and people are wiped out. So that's the reality. Okay, now what do we do? So that is why I am endeavoring in this journey, endeavoring in creating other sources of income, creating other streams, working with my mentor and her people, and learning how to share my story in a way that's attractive to others, learn how to share my story in a way that's appealing to others. So it's a simplistic way of doing that, but just along these kind of lines, so that I'm not in another decade or two scrambling around with not enough money. I will have created ongoing income. I will have created ongoing and the having the wellness and the peace of mind that to take care of whatever may come as the body ages, which is a whole nother discussion, time for a different video. But just wanted to share those thoughts, wanted to share that. So I don't know if where you're at, if you're feeling like your job's going to have enough pension and you're going to able to Social Security is going to take care of you, great. If you're wanting to look at something else, look at some other venues or other means or other methods, hit me up. I may have something that might be a benefit to you. I may have something that might appeal to you. So those kind of things, so we can have a discussion. you know, it may not. It just may not be for, what you're wanting to do or wanting to achieve. So just hit me up, let me know, have a conversation. Take care and have a great day.